Joseph Veganjero, Director, Embu Topmark Academy. Embu Topmark Academy started in 2013, but the idea of establishing a school was conceived in 2012 by family members after we retired from our old profession. My wife, who is the manager of the school, is a trained teacher. I am also a trained teacher, but ended up from the bank. So after 2012, we started the classes in 2013 with about 6 kids, all of them in the baby class. And since we had not completed our structures, we accommodated them in our house. There was an extra room in our house where we accommodated them. My wife, who had just retired from teaching, became the head teacher of the school, with at least one person or one teacher who was trained for the purpose of kindergarten children. The parents who came in found a school nearby where they could bring their children. And since we did not have upper classes and they had children elsewhere, they requested us to at least allow them to bring their children who are in the grade 1, standard 1, standard 2. And then we told them we cannot go to standard 4 because we may need to get qualified teachers for that. That is what, 2014. And that is the year we also applied for registration. By the time we were registered, we had only 3 classes. 4 classes, let's say baby, middle, standard 1 and standard 2. We have done a KCP since 2017, meaning that we must have done KCP before the actual time. What happened is some parents decided to bring their children here, and we could not resist that urge. So we took students from other schools. We do not mind what we call miniscore, whether we are at the bottom or wherever we be. Purposely, back in my mind, actually I wanted us to be at the bottom of it, so that the school now comes to the map of Ministry of Education that we are registered, and there's a school like Embu Topmark. Fortunately, we were not the last. We were somewhere in the middle. 2018, we did our second KCP, and for sure, we did the best. We did well. We were the most improved school in the county. You can imagine, from the last to an average level. 2019, we produced the best boy in the county. So you can see we were coming up, creating a name for our school. And that's how now the population rose. And by 2020, we had established a full class for KCP. Beforehand, we used to take our students to the neighboring school because we didn't have the number. But we had a center, but we didn't have the number. 2020 and 2021, we have already had the numbers, which is allowed by the ministry or NEC to host the KCP. We have playgroup up to grade 7, standard 8, and in between standard 8, we have the junior secondary school after grade 6. So we have all the classes that are required in the ministry. And by the time we started the school, we did not intend to borrow, because out of our own savings and our investments, we decided to create a chunk of money and started the classes and employed the teachers. On and on as the school was growing, also the demands, financial demands became necessary. So one time, a team from Ed Partners visited our school. They went, they talked to the manager, they were given now an appointment to come and talk to us. So when I met the manager privately, we decided, why don't we try these people? They are calling themselves end partners and dealing with educational matters. Why don't we try them? Because that's our line of business. So that's how we got end partners. And I can say since that time we met, things are not bad. The projects we have done with the end partners is we have constructed a junior secondary school class. We have also equipped our laboratory with their help, and we still need them because this was the beginning, the first class, and because the junior secondary school is going up to grade 9, the way we are expanding, we still need them to help us procure chemicals and laboratory equipment. I chose to work with end partners because their terms were good to us. And I have a principle that I grow with the person who wants to develop. When I talked to the people, to the team that visited us, they told us they were new in Embu, and I took that advantage. Being new in Embu, I'm sure they would like to do the best so as to also to promote themselves in Embu. And as we were talking with Mr. Masharia, I introduced one school in Embu, and he visited the school.